Hello everybody, here it is, Cinco de Mayo day, May 5th, 2023, my 78th birthday in fact. But what you're looking at now is the entranceway again to my garden area. This would be an update from, well, I think it was about a month ago that I made a video that I sent to some of you. And I just wanted to show you how quickly this garden's catching on. I'm tickled to death. Been a lot of work, and it took me away from this bad boy right here. But I haven't forgotten her, and I don't want her thinking I have. I just ran out of money, but we'll figure that out here after we start getting some vegetables here and get this project all done. Anyway, this is the entranceway to the garden, and I'm going to walk slowly over there. It's a lot of information I gave you before. This bamboo here, the framing that I've got to support the strings for the trellis strings for the tomato plants and all the other plants I have. All that bamboo that was been cut alongside the road, which took a lot of time, and the poles, the upright poles themselves are 2 feet in the ground, so they're good and supported. And I try to cross member each piece so that they like interlocked each other. I got little lights there on top of them so that I can sit out here at night, which I like to do. After working this hard on this thing, I enjoy just sitting out here and looking at my accomplishments and just enjoying myself. Anyway, the bamboo has really saved me a lot of money, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but it really gives character to the garden. Everybody just loves the way it looks, so that comes over to see it. And before I move, I want to show you, let's see, I'm trying to see in the picture here, I'm hoping I'm seeing, yeah, right there you see some screening right there in the middle of the screen. Those are the cherry tomatoes that are in those 3-foot tubs, square tubs that I bought. And I put that screening up there to cut down that 30% shade, to cut down on the intensity of the sunlight going to be on the plants. It's just an idea that I had. Not that I had extra money. It's just that I just experimenting with a whole lot of things going on. And of course, and that's the way. Now I might have to put a piece over the top though. But as it is, I got it facing direct south right now, and so that southern hot sun will be slowed down a little bit. And as you can see, that I've got this shade cloth, 30% shade cloth, on my other flower beds right here as well. And the reason for this is the same reason: cut down the intensity of the sun being on the plants. And right now they're nice and green, but of course it's not really hot like it's going to be. But it's really helping out so far. Anyway, let's go inside and see what we got to look at here. A little fence here, a little gate. That's one of my rain barrels. I think I explained it in my last video. Right there, I transfer. Let's see, I'm trying to see in the screen here. Hope I got it. Where the dickens is that thing? I can't see very good because of the light intensity here. Yeah, that's that rain barrel is filled with rainwater that I transferred from rainwater, the barrel that I have down by the house that I catch off the roof of the house. So I got up here and I got a small pump, and I'll show you that little pump here. It's I fabricated this here, this pump. So all you do is there, take this here. Of course, I'd have my barrels. My barrels will be, my buckets. They'll be in my cart, and of course I got a switch right here. And as you can see, I hope you can see, the rain barrel will be going simulated, going from my cart. Be going into the rain barrel to keep the rain barrel full at all times. So I put a battery that my good friend Greg Valente is going to throw away, and I said, "The hell you are! You don't throw nothing away when Gary's around." If Gary throws it away, that ain't no good to nobody. But anyway, I put the raid barrel and the battery to use, and that's how we salvage our water from off the roof. And of course, the pepper plants, they're just now starting to take a hold a little bit better. Boy, they're slow growing, son of a gun, but they're catching on now. And I'm pretty well pleased with them. And of course, then over here, I've got all kinds of varieties of tomato plants. Starting from over there, I've got an experiment going on here too. This bed here that you're looking at now is there's a little bit more room in between the tomato plants, and the reason being is I want to let more air in between the plants and see if it makes any difference in the way they grow and produce. So some of these plants have got around 24 to 30 inches in between them, and of course you can see my drip system barrels are right there. I use that every other day. I'll fill up, that's at the 7-gallon bucket, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them that I use throughout the garden to water the rest of my garden. And I can fertilize through as well with liquid fertilizer, and I don't have to do nothing hardly by hand. Anyway, and I keep it mulched up. I keep those beds mulched up really good. It suppresses a lot of the grass that tries to grow there and everything. It makes all the worms happy as a pig in mud. If I move that hay aside, I guarantee there are probably about 5, 6 worms underneath there. I mean, everything has been just so great that with what I've tried to do, and also the hay it keeps the feet of the tomato plants completely wet or moist, I should say, and I use a little less water and everything. And let's see, we got some tomatoes. Let's see. I've got to see if you can see. They're just now starting to pop out. There's one right down in the middle of the screen right there. And let's see, going down here, let's see what we got here. That's the only one that I can see on this bed right here. And of course, then I got cucumbers. And this was another experiment. I didn't know nothing about cucumbers, other than what I read and I got information online. So I spaced these pretty well apart to see if maybe they grow better apart or they grow better closer together. So anyway, this year I got them apart, but I'm not happy the way they're growing. But maybe I'm rushing them a little bit. Again, this is only May 5th, but I got to show you that there is some results, and we've been eating cucumbers like this one here for about a week now, and I've got 6 plants in. And they're all producing pretty little cucumbers. You can see here, right there. Now, and of course my beans, my pole beans. This is one bed of them. So the climbing beans right here. They're just now starting to just come above the ground about 4 or 5 days ago. And of course I got it so that they're going to climb up the trellis work here, and then they're going to go all the way across, right across the top of the pepper plants, and then going the other way too. They're going to be going right across the potato plants. And what I want you to take a look at now is what has happened here. Now, in the last video, these plants weren't very big at all. These are potato plants. I think they're red. These are reds and the yellows. And I want you to see how much these plants have taken off. Now, I'm hoping it's an indicator that underneath the ground here, there's some big, massive potatoes in large quantities. I got 3 experiments going on with these potatoes. These here, of course, are growing in the ground. Raised beds, of course, but all dirt. And then I got some that are growing in plastic bags, and I got some that are growing in growing bags. So I want to just see which of the 3 produces the most fruit, and that'll determine next year what I'm going to be doing. Now, a lot of things I've grown a lot of extra vegetables, such as onions and tomatoes and potatoes even. But that gives me an idea what I'm going to do next year for just my small family. But anyway, it's just fun doing it, and everything that is experimental I'm telling you about. And this one right here is another one, like I'm saying, that the potato plants, I don't know how much higher they're going to get, how much bigger they're going to get, but I'm all excited about it, and I want to show you just how big these are. I hope you can see on that ruler right there. These right now, the highest plant right now is at 37 inches from the ground level or the dirt level. I mean, 37 inches now, and that's what they've only been above the ground about a month. And here is my onions, some of my onions. I grew in pots, growing pots. I cut the tops so that the bulbs will start forming now. And in the back over there is 2 growing bags with more potato plants in them. And that's part of my experiment to see if the potato plants produce better in growing bags in the ground or in plastic bags. But just to get an idea, we're going to have a lot of onions. This is the only onion patch I have. I've got 2 others, as you're going to see. Okay. Now when I go into the other tomato bed over there, I hope you can see. Let's see if I can get it in the screen. God, I wish I could see this better. Okay, I think you can see tomatoes. Yeah, there they are. Potatoes right there. Tomatoes right there. They gotta be 2.5 inches in diameter, a couple of them, and then the rest are just forming either an inch and a half or 1 inch, something like that there. Okay, we'll run it back. And we'll walk around some of my mulch here. And here's another potato patch. I'm going to back up a little bit so you get a bird's eye view of what's going on here. The garden from this angle. I got a potato patch right there. Over there. And of course, and then there's going to be some in those pots that I'm talking about. But take a look how high them bad boys are growing. Anyway, let's go and take a look, see what we have over here. Since I've made this last video. Here's the other side of a couple of the pots that I have for potatoes. And you see cabbage, how big they're growing. I've learned by my mistakes as well. I document everything. I put 4 cabbage plants when they were babies, when I made them from seed, into each one of these pots, but I found out that's a no-no. Look at the size of these things here. Look how much they've grown, and they need the room, but there's nothing I'm going to do. I'm going to let them grow this year. Next year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 plant per pot, because Linda loves cabbage, and I want to keep her supplied of cabbage all that I can. But anyway, but they're still growing, and they're making heads inside. I'm not sure if you can see inside there or not. I can't see what you're seeing here. Or there's one that's forming. They're just now starting to form the heads. And again, now another experiment I got is I planted tomatoes over there. I planted them. I spaced them quite a ways apart. Let's say around 24 inches apart, 20 to 30 inches. These here I got only about 18 inches apart, and I got 3 rows. As you're looking, and there's the tomatoes right there. And I wanted to see if they grow better spaced apart, close together, or what the problem, if there's any problem. So I got a lot of experiments going on. I just hope I remember all the results when I go to start harvesting. This trellis system is the cat's meow. You can't believe. We've had some real bad winds here, and as big as my plants are right now, if I didn't have these trellised up with the string right now, they'd have broke right off. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So okay, let's continue going. And let's see what we got here. Here's my third. You might see my third thing going on here with my plants. I've grown these potato plants, and these are 35-gallon bags. They're almost opened up to the very top what I done was I started them, I put 6 inches of soil in the bottom, 4 potato plants, put 6 more inches of soil on, and I put 4 more potato plants in the opposite direction, 90 degrees from what the first ones were. In other words, there's 8 potato plants per bag. And look, and I have no idea how they're growing. It's just an idea that I got from somebody else. Oh my God, don't tell me I'm running out of juice. Oh, here we go again. This darn camera. There's some lettuce I got. There's more cabbage. Now I'm rushing a little bit. There's my other big growing bags of potatoes. And also right next to it, right here, is regular garlic. And right there is the small round cherry tomatoes. And as you can see, I got it screened in there. There's a screen behind it to sort of diffuse the sunlight. And I've done this to all my beds, my potato beds, tomato beds. And I'm seeing big results of that too. The plants aren't wilting, and they even got a covering over the top of them too. And that's just enough to diffuse it. That it's still getting sunlight, but it's doing its job. And I'm gonna go down real quick before I run out of juice. So try to catch up on. I want to show you how these strawberry plants are doing. And I never grew strawberries either before. And so this is what I've done, and you can see it, it's starting to come out really well. And I won't be long, I'll have to extend those legs because those plants are getting higher and higher, and the strawberries are coming out on them. And so I'm going to have my hands full there too. And here's some more onion plants. There, over here. I got carrots right there. And of course, almost ready to harvest is my garlic over here. That's the elephant garlic. I'm so anxious to see how big that they're growing. I can't wait. So anyway, this is a quick rundown, quick video. I'm sorry to rush it up, but my batteries must be getting old because I don't get much time on them anymore. So you can see how it looks. I'm pleased I am. I spend a lot of time just sometimes sitting out here. But I've been working on this thing since November of 22. And I mean almost every single day. Anyhow, I hope you all had a good day. I had a good birthday today. And I'll keep you updated in about another month again. Take care of yourselves and drive careful. Goodbye.